So what's the difference between an online class and an on-the-ground class? Well, this seems like a simple question with a simple answer. An online class is basically one that you use a computer and the internet to facilitate, and on the ground is one that you don't. And that's it, right? No, of course not. Of course, it's more in-depth than that. So I'm not going to be able to break down every intricacy and difference between online and on the ground in this video, but we'll be able to take a shot at looking at some of the basics to help you get a better understanding of the main differences. So online course delivery offers many advantages to the students by providing a flexible schedule, the classes, activities, and classes that you have. Online courses let us use those resources and those technological advancements that are becoming more and more available every day. Online platforms allow us to facilitate the classroom and focus on collaboration with students, with learning, maybe tutoring projects, and their peers. It really lets us assist and assess the students and focus on any critical problems that they're having. We kind of get away from the old memorizing test questions and focusing on those critical thinking skills and allow the students to learn how to learn, if that makes sense to you. Learn how to learn. Let them focus on those skills and those problem-solving approach to really focus on the learning outcomes of the class. Now, the online arena may not allow much body language or feedback physically. So when you're giving feedback, you really need to over-explain. If you ever heard the explanation, kill them with kindness, you really have to do that with the students. You have to over-explain it, whether that's with rating feedback, announcements, emails. It's not that they don't understand it, but they don't hear your tone. They don't see your body language. So you need to be clear as possible and make sure that you over-explain the idea. This is what we'll talk about in many of the other videos about communication and how important it is. The prime reason that we need to have superior written skills is because we want to allow students to be more comfortable in the classroom, reducing any stress that they have. This works in conjunction with having a great online instructor. So one difficulty that the online environment is being able to determine if the students are staying on task. Now, you're going to have this problem in an on-the-ground class and even in an online class. It's going to be a constant dilemma. But an online student has to be more proactive. They have to be more of a self-starter. They have to be more disciplined. And being able to be more disciplined is kind of a challenge for them. We want them to be able to successfully complete the course. Now, another issue that we may have is that we don't have as much the issue that we don't have as much as on the ground is the idea of academic integrity and plagiarism. Now, it's a problem now at all schools, but the more use of the internet really makes it more vulnerable to plagiarism than when you and I were in school. We used to have to be able to go to the library and not just Google something and find a topic. This makes it easier for the student, whether they intend on or not, but luckily there's tools that we have and resources available to help combat it and actually work with the students as well to ensure that we not only catch them, but we work with them and make sure they understand so they don't have any problems in the future. The online environment really allows a greater opportunity for the students to collaborate through discussion boards, tools, resources, peer evaluations, possibly teamwork and projects, any other type of learning activities. There's many benefits of the online environment. And finally, the online environment provides a much greater success and potential success for students that maybe have accessibility issues, maybe disabilities. So this is a really important one for me, is that I've had a lot of students that have been impacted by this and by disabilities and maybe handicapped, where they would not or would have more of a difficult time actually going to a classroom due to maybe a physical impairment or disability that they have, a vision, a hearing, a mobile impairment, and this is one area that I'm really passionate about, and that I find it's really great that online education allows students that may not be able to take a class to do it from the comfort of their home or via computer. And this is a great thing, as a lot of the learning management systems are integrated where they can work with some of the tools that the student may have, maybe a transcription program to help them dictate what's read in front of them or what's printed in front of them. So this is great that that's an integration with the technology. But these are just a few of the differences between online and on the ground. Of course, we'll get in much more in depth in some of the more advanced classes and the members area classes, but I wanted to touch on it here so you get a basic understanding. Please take a look at the rest of the free videos here, and let me know if you have any questions.